Go get your girlfriend. Hello everyone. I am going to be reacting to another Pixar movie today. I don't think it's super obvious by my makeup and my shirt, but I kind of tried to go a little bit on brand. I'm going to be reacting to WALL-E. I saw this movie in theaters, but I don't think I've seen it in like 12 years. So I'm going to watch it today. Also, another reason why I love this movie is, for those of y'all who can't tell, I kind of have a little bit of a space aesthetic. I also just recently did a project about space, so I've included the designs here if y'all want to see my work. But yeah, I'm kind of obsessed.
Out there's a world outside of Yonkers.
Because at B&L, space is the final frontier.
Y'all, this is a commentary. They're commercializing the very existence of humanity now being grown, and especially in the time that we're in right now, it's just a little bit too close to home. And I'm like, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? What's happening here? Twinkle lights! WALL-E was ahead of the time. Twinkle lights. I see his little house with all his little things that he's got organized, and he's trying to understand it all, and I'm like, that's kind of what I do in like my own life with all my little collections. And it's really interesting. Like, I don't know why his little space resonates so much with me, but I'm like, oh, it's so cool, I love it. Like, I want that type of space. Me in the mornings. Stay. I know I wanna go.
Wow.
That's a fancy ring. Oh, I already did a thing, yep. Foreshadowing. He's the cat. Well, dang. As much as I love Eve, like, why are you trying to kill WALL-E from the beginning? Love Eve's character design. I love how sleek she is, and how, like, she's honestly kind of the epitome of the best and the greatest technology. And Eve, you can't solve your problems by just blowing everything up. That's not how it works. I know you're like just born, but still, you can't just blow everything up. But her vocals, it really sounded like, who are you? Who are you? Wait a minute, that's Pizza Planet. Hey, I paused at the perfect spot. What did I say about blowing things up? You can't always just destroy things you're frustrated with. I wish I could destroy all the things that I was frustrated with, but that's not how the world works.
WALL-E. WALL-E.
Their first actual real interaction was so adorable. In like every one of these movies, feel like I'm like a parent or like an older sibling that I'm like encouraging the characters on, like, you can do it, you can go accomplish your task, you can get the girl, you can get the boy, like.
Oopsie.
This whole time, I'm just like so in love with how gorgeous this movie is. Oh yeah, it's gonna get him to be like selfie, yeah.
Sorry to terminate.
Well, then what do you want to do? I don't know. Something.
Commentary. I feel like most of Wally's lines are just, whoa. He's just like reacting to everything, and I'm like, we got that in common. Go get your girlfriend.
C is for by and large, your very best friend.
Commentary.
Oh, don't get me started on the date. Every hollow date I have been on has been a virtual disaster.
Did this movie predict quarantine? They're talking about hollow dates, kind of like virtual, like not actually getting to see the person, and I'm like, that's like our world right now? I know this is supposed to be like hundreds of years in the future, but like some of it's come true already. That's a little scary. I love movies like that where it's just like a little thing that like, you know, Wally's just going about his day trying to save Eve, but in the meantime, he's like affecting everybody's lives. I love the sound design on that robot where it's just kind of that menacing kind of like meh.
Rose's memory is faulty.
So then, we're not going to Earth.
Oh. I remember what happens here. I'm like, I know who took the plant. And I know, like, oh, okay. Okay, then that's actually really interesting. Now he's waving. There was something I was thinking of when they had the contamination team that just responded to any foreign contaminant. I'm not a scientist, but from a science-based perspective, if you make sure that your life is so clean and so sterile, there's nothing wrong, it's actually going to put you at a detriment because, especially in early development and childhood, you need to be exposed to certain things in order to make sure that your body has a surviving chance. For example, there was a time, I think around when my generation was being born, that the common mentality was to not give children peanuts in fear that giving them peanuts too early would cause an allergy. But then, once the children got older and were actually exposed to peanuts, they had an allergy because their immune systems never had a chance to kind of build up an immunity to it. I've got a lot of food allergies myself, so I've done a lot of research on epigenetics and that whole type of thing because I find it fascinating. I'm a nerd, if y'all can't tell.
Wow. Define C.
Science!
You look gorgeous.
Hey, that's my makeup right now. I got the blue eyeshadow and everything. I take offense at that. They have the creative robot. He's defective because he's just painting everywhere. I'm like, let the robot paint. Like, come on. Of course, I'm going to be supportive of any human or robot who just wants to paint all day and explore color. Any art, I'm going to be like, make art, explore the world, do what you want. Go get your girlfriend. Oh, well, that's a perfect shot. He's like, oh, here's a seat next to me. You want to sit?
Directive. Wally.
Oh.
Eva. Wally.
Go get your boyfriend. Okay, Wally, you stay, because you don't have this control over yours. Or do that.
Eva.
So, for those of y'all who don't know, the little electricity between them, I'm pretty sure was supposed to signalize like a kiss. And I'm like, how adorable that that's the way that they show like chemistry between two robots.
So many stars. Oh.
Hey, that guy, it's, Wally. Hey, it's your buddy John, hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Dancing, a series of movements involving two partners where speed and rhythm match harmoniously with music.
Still kind of wrong time, Wally. Like, she's on a mission. Like.
On the axiom, you will survive.
I don't want to survive. I want to live.
I was about to say that. I'm like, they're surviving, but are they actually living? They made a comment earlier that's like, I'm tired of having the same argument and repetition of nothingness, almost. I think what the movie is trying to say, that if we have too many creature comfort, we just do what we want, it's a vacation. That, you know, things don't get taken seriously and life just kind of gets whatever.
You have a place for it. Hold it. Hold it.
Another thing to be said is that, like, yeah, obviously on the Axiom, they're still producing trash. But instead of just throwing it out into the world on Earth, throwing it out into space. And so at a certain point, space is just going to become junk too. And where are you going to go once space is completely littered? She's gonna defy the directive. Yep.
Directive.
Sunday closes lots of worlds.
God, get ready to have some kids.
Gotta get that Space Odyssey in there.
Otto, you are relieved of duty.
Oh, you waited there the whole time. You don't destroy his house. I appreciate the effort.
Wally? Eva? Wally? Eva?
You got a lot as my guest, so come on down.
He was like, change to fluorescent, except now fluorescents are bad and LEDs are in. So I'm kind of like, lot can change in 10 years. Okay, so I forgot how wonderful this movie was. The term to describe how much I love this movie is like not even in existence. They did use a whole true love's kiss to kind of save the day, but I'm actually kind of okay with it this time around. I guess robot romance is such a new territory that it hasn't been overdone. And also, Eve's the one who saves the day, so yeah, I'm actually okay with that. I watched Up last week, and as much as I love that one, I feel like this one, it just resonates with me on such a different level. While I was watching the scenes with the rogue robots, I just love that name. These were the robots that were defective, but yet they were the ones who came to the rescue and made sure that the humans were able to return to Earth. I love the idea of people who society thinks aren't capable of doing anything because they don't fit the pre-constructed norm, but they're the ones who save the day. The message is also about environmentalism and taking care of the Earth, but also to not be afraid to be yourself. Alright, well my hair's falling out, so I'm like, it probably don't look as nice, but thanks for watching. If you liked this video of me giggling and almost crying because a robot died, then don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, the whole thing. I'm a really small channel, so I really appreciate any support that I can get. Alright, that's all I've got for now, so bye! Oh my gosh, I'm so giggly!